Top of the morning, 6 o'clock dawning. We're about to start a beautiful day. Will we go west side? Kind of a long drive. Think we're gonna stay right here in Kihei. In Kihei, islands on the ocean. There we will spend our sunny days. Beaches in reach, we're sailing the South Shore. Down at the Cove Park, watching the whales. We're poolside with some of our friends. At the oasis, the fun never ends. It's the island rhythm, this side of Maui. Look at the moonlight shining so bright. In Kihei, islands on the ocean, there we will spend our sunny days. Beaches in reach, we're sailing the South Shore. Down at the Cove Park, watching the whales. Blue skies today, blue skies in Kihei. Here comes the trade winds blowing away all of the troubles you're feeling today. The people having a good time. They get the rhythm when they hear Marty Dread. It's the sensation sweeping the nation. Yes, it began right here in Kihei. In Kihei, islands on the ocean. There we will spend our sunny days. The beaches in reach, we're sailing the South Shore. Down at the Cove Park, watching the whales. Blue skies today, blue skies in Kihei. Here comes the trade winds blowing away all of the troubles you're feeling today. Shore. Down at the Cove Park, watching the whales. Blue skies today, blue skies in Kihei. Here comes the trade winds blowing away all of the troubles you're feeling today. In Kihei.
Aloha. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've had a really good time watching these incredible men share with these beautiful children. And Chris, you were wonderful.
Well, I enjoyed it. I enjoy working with the kids.
You were really, really wonderful, and I loved watching you.
Well, it's something I do every day, although I work with high school students, and I have daughters of my own, so I get plenty of practice.
Oh, do you? How old are your daughters?
My daughters are 7 and 9.
Oh, that's such a wonderful age.
Yes, it is. I wish I would have had them out here with me. They would have loved it.
You'll have to come back and bring them with you.
I'll take that as an invitation.
Oh, good. Well, please, we invite you back. I was just talking to one of your fellow players, and he said that he was going to come back with his 2 sons. And I said, with beautiful places you can hike and go into waterfalls and go camp. Go camp under big trees.
My daughters love the water, and the view we have from our room is great. They will love it out here. I know I love it out here, so it will be a great experience for them.
Yeah. So we're so thrilled that you're here, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit because I think that you're particularly sensitive, and I wanted to talk to you about a little the children that you deal with and what you find with them and what you think they need, or whatever advice you can get to all these people that are here listening?
Well, the one thing that I've noticed in the few years that I've been working with the program Pros for Youth, the most thing lacking with most of the students is consistency. Just knowing that someone cares, not being afraid to dream, just basically believing in themselves. Someone showing them that there are more things out there than they just see in their neighborhood, the things they hear about in school, that they actually exist. They see these things on TV and they think that's for everyone else. You know, they don't believe those good things are for them. But we tell them that it's not just going to happen. You have to plan for it. And you can have fun as a kid. You're supposed to have fun, but at the same time, focus on something that you want. And a good example that I use is a Christmas time, or there's been a time or two that all of us, especially kids, do something that the parents have told them not to do over and over. Don't do this, don't go there, don't go there. And they decide, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care what anyone says.
Right.
I tell them to get that same attitude about their future. If there's something that they want, don't let anyone or anything talk you out of it. There are going to be obstacles. You have to, you know, you may not be able to go a straight line, but you have to find a way around it. There are always going to be obstacles. You have to find a way around it.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I bet all of you kids out there should listen to that, and appreciate what Chris is saying to you, because it's really important. We can have anything we want. We just have to believe that we can have what we want.
That's right. A positive attitude is not just important in sports. It's important in everyday life. It really is.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. And thank you for your beautiful heart and all the sharing that you've done here with these kids, and your beautiful body. This body is like amazing.
Well, thank you for inviting us out here. We really enjoyed it. I know I've had a great time.
I just wanted to jump in just to be here with you. You know, it's fun behind the camera, in front of the camera. Today, when you were out there with the kids, I could see their faces. They were enjoying themselves so much. It's nice to see. When you're big, all these guys in football, everyone thinks that you're not, you know, I mean, they don't know. They only see you in your rough and tough style. But you got hearts of gold, and we really appreciate you.
The girls appreciated it, too.
Well, I enjoyed it. It was nice for you. It's nice of everyone to invite us out. And I know most of the guys, if not everyone, enjoyed it. No one really wants to leave.
That's right.
But
they're all still here.
We have to go back. It's like we're in a dreamland out here. I mean, it's really beautiful out here.
Well, I hope that next time you come back, you'll stay for at least a week. Because I look at how you guys came in here and you were so busy and you haven't had time to enjoy the island a little bit, you know. So
it is really nice. You need about a week or two or three, maybe, to enjoy yourself. Yeah. But thanks again. It was very nice meeting you.
Thank you. It was wonderful meeting you. Really wonderful.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you.
So here we are. We're back, and we have two more of these beautiful, beautiful players with us. And if you would introduce yourselves, that would be good, because I'm just terrible with names.
My name is Mike Carter. I play with the Green Bay Packers and San Diego Chargers, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the NFL Alumni Pros for Youth.
My name is Tom Gooseby. Cleveland Browns, Washington Redskins, and I'm president of the NFL Alumni Chapter, Cleveland Chapter.
Well, you two are really busy, and I really appreciate what you are doing here for not only our youth, but youth all over the United States. And I think the world. You know, we were looking at this, Jason and I, earlier, and we were talking about the films that we've done here, and we said, you know, this is something that could share with all people all over the world and show them how people like yourselves and what you're doing can make such a difference in people's lives. Yeah.
We enjoy doing things like that. NFL Alumni and the NFL Players Union, for that matter, we're made up of a group of guys who are really kids at heart. That's why we could play this game for as long as we did. And we enjoy working with kids. And outings like this, it takes a lot of time and effort, but we really enjoy doing it. I'm sure Tom will agree with me when I say that.
Oh, 100%. I grew up in a small town in Ohio, and I come from a family of 9, 5 boys and 4 girls, and we were very, very close. And I found that after I got into professional football, there are a lot of families, a lot of kids out there that are not as fortunate as I.
That's right.
And I think I made my commitment way back in the 60s. to start involving myself with those kids not as fortunate as myself and others who had the opportunity to play the game. It's something that I will never let go. Caring for kids is in my heart, and that's where it's going to stay.
Well, that's really beautiful. I mean, I really appreciate you, and I appreciate what you're saying. And that's another thing we were saying this morning, is that you really have taken what you've been given, because the gift that you've been given of your famousness, if you will, you know, and being able to touch people in a different way, and then sharing it this way is so important. You know, it's your way of sharing what you've been given. And
we take that responsibility very seriously. We didn't ask to be role models, but we became role models whether we wanted to or not. And that's why we have no problem coming out here and doing the things that we think are necessary to help kids kind of get a grip on things. And we really enjoy doing this. Plus, you know, work is really not that bad if you look around this thing, you know? It's not like a sacrifice. Today. Oh, no, this is fine. This is fine. I know some of the guys that came in from the East Coast said it was snowing when they left home. So, yeah, you know, it's tough duty, but, you know, we don't mind making the sacrifice.
People have to travel to
someone has to do it.
Someone has to do this, you know?
I just wish you'd have to do it a little longer.
We do, too.
I understand you do this all over around the country in different ways, Pros for Youth and the NFL Alumni. Is this a program that you can identify? And I want you to tell us a little about it, because I know that there are people all over think that we're doing something here that is untried, but I understand you've been around the country a lot doing this program successfully.
Oh, yeah. We've been in the San Francisco Bay Area now for about 4 years. I've been doing it for about 8 years right now in the area. And we're Tom Gooseby, the president of the Cleveland chapter here. We're talking about bringing the program back there to Cleveland. Bob Reed wants it opened up in Albany, New York. Bob Lancey wants it in Madison, Wisconsin. Jerry Ferry's talking about having it in Philadelphia. So we're just now starting to spread out with this program to try to put these athletes into the high school systems and middle schools, helping them focus in on certain goal-setting techniques that are necessary to make it as adults, help them make vocational as well as academic decisions. And we've had great luck with this program. Average rise in grade point, it's a full grade point with working with a kid for a school year. So it's a win-win situation. The kids benefit. We enjoy doing the work. And as I say, we don't mind traveling around the country to do this stuff either.
Isn't that wonderful of them? Thank you. I love your Mickey Mouse watch. He's got this really great Mickey Mouse watch on.
For my middle daughter. She said, since I've been such a great dad, she was going to take care of me.
I bet you are a great dad.
I try to be.
Well, we're going to create Maui we're going to have a special draft. When you have the program that you like and you think they're doing a good job, you'll draft them to come to Maui for a while. We'll do a little rotation.
Sounds like a
Okay. That's our pro draft. We know Maui's got its special stuff, and we want you guys to be coming back and visiting. It's really been a pleasure having you here.
Pleasure's been all mine.
I know how hard you've worked to get this together. You know, I mean, people see this and think it just falls together. And I can't thank you enough, really, from our community. And
well, whenever you have programs that are designed to share your time and talents with kids, you can't go wrong. So, you know, the flight down here was nothing compared to the fact that, you know, what we were going to do. And just looking at the kids today, I've got me 2 little girls that probably can beat any of the boys right now, the way they ran their patterns and the way they blocked, etc. I had just as much fun as the kids, and that's the thing that makes programs like this so valuable. It gives us an opportunity to give back.
I'm talking to your mic there so that make sure they can hear you. But you know what I want to do with you guys? I just want, if there's anything you'd like to say, you know, that you'd like to add into this, but I'd like you to talk to the kids out there about whatever advice, you know, just a word of advice that you have personally from yourselves to give to them, if you do that.
Go ahead.
Well, kids, there's one thing that I've seen around the United States that I'm finding to be sadly but true. Kids are giving up. You guys are giving up out there. I know it's tough. Growing up nowadays is a lot tougher maybe than growing up in the 50s and 60s like we did, but you can't give up. Just think about coming out to watch a football game. If you came out on a Sunday and watching us play football and we were down 40-0 in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go in the game, what would you say about me if I took off my shoulder pads and helmet and walked in and quit? Even though it's tough, you never give up. The game is never over until you quit.
Well, I recognize the fact that youth of today are very resilient, just like we were. We had things that we had to deal with, and we coped. And one of the things that I tried to instill in my daughters was the fact that cope is a word that's very simple, but if you look at it, and if you follow the rudiments of COPE, and you do that, then it's nothing under the sun that you will not be able to overcome. And it's just a matter of putting your mind to whatever you want to do, doing the things that's right, and we don't have to preach that to you because you know what's right and you know what's wrong, and you have the ability to make that decision, that choice, and to do it. Most certainly, I'm behind you 100%, and I know doggone well you're going to be able to do it. God bless you.
Well, thank you very much. Your words, I hope, will be taken with open-heartedness and open ears and open-mindedness. And I've loved having you and being with you. You're just beautiful, beautiful men. It's really been my great pleasure to spend this time with you this weekend. And
Thank you very much.
it's a lot of fun.
Oh, great.
It has been.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
So here we have a few really, really, really incredible beings joining us right now. I'll let them introduce themselves to you and tell you a little bit about them. And I know that those of you who are fans of football are going to be thrilled in this moment. So here we go.
Hello out there. My name is J.D. Smith. I played for the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. I broke out in 1956 with the San Francisco Giants. 49ers, rather, and we had a pretty good team going at that time, but we, like Leo said, we never got over to be a champion until the Joe Montana days. My last 2 years with the Dallas Cowboys, I was down there with Tom Landry, and while I was down there, you could tell that they had championship qualities. So I only spent 2 years down there, but I told Tom when I left, I said, man, you guys are going to go on and win this thing. And they did. They won 2 in a row. And then they dropped some. He fooled around and let the guys get old on him. But
Did we hire you as a psychic?
after that, I came back and I worked for Sears for 27 years, and I retired when I become 60 years old. And I thought I'd better get out of that workforce because I wanted to come and do what I'm doing now, caring for kids and teaching little kids how to play football and how to be a good citizen. So now I'll turn this over to my friend, Jimmy Johnson here.
Thank you, J.D. My name is Jimmy Johnson. Went to school at the University of California in Los Angeles, UCLA. Got out in 1961 and went directly to the San Francisco 49ers as their #1 draft choice, and had a 16-year career with the 49ers, which was absolutely utopia for me, really. It was years that I look back on now as a retiree and alumni as just a life that I can hardly believe that I have had that opportunity. But since getting out, we have a real strong alumni association in San Francisco, led by Michael Carter at the present time. And these types of events are the things that we as ex-football players really love to do. It's like giving something back to the community that did so much to us when we were coming through. And this little clinic and event today was just like heaven sent, really, just to see the joy in the children's faces and the parents too that got out there and participated. Yes. It was a real love-in. It was a fun day for everybody, and the golf tournament was very successful. The wonderful banquet we had last night. We are, as an alumni association, just absolutely thrilled and delighted to be here and take part in this wonderful event.
Well, I hope that Maui gets this and shows up the next time you guys are here, because it was really sad to me that there were so few that because there's so many that need this kind of thing and this kind of touching, you know. So get it and make sure you know when the next one's happening and come so that you can meet these wonderful beings for yourself. It's been my wonderful pleasure to spend this time, and we've played golf and we've had dinner and we've laughed together, and they're really, really, really beautiful, beautiful men with beautiful hearts. And I met had dinner with your beautiful daughter and your wife last night.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
really good-hearted people, and it would be such a wonderful thing for more of you to come out. Make sure you know when they're coming next time. We'll see what we can get out to let you know a little bit more. Jason looks like he really wants to talk here, so.
Just that one. Okay. Actually, I brought you a souvenir. This is a matchbook from Vegas. I figured after last night when we were talking about Las Vegas, I was going to bring you a matchbook that they were giving away all kinds of prizes, and with all these handicaps, it's kind of funny. Some of these players shot real well. I was around with Bruce Gossett. He shot a 66.
Yeah.
He shot like a 69. Yeah. But with all these handicaps, all kinds of things came in funny. And I was wondering, do you ever play guitar with a matchbook, or you use just a pick? Or what?
I use just my fingers and fingernails, and every now and then a pick when I really want to get rowdish and really get some volume on it. I grab me a pick, you know.
And sing a little bit.
Absolutely.
Well, we were talking about music last night.
Oh, no, not at this point. Playing is something that, it's actually playing over the years has been a real mellowing individual thing for me, you know, and I use it a lot just to kind of relax. And for a long time there, the best time for me to play was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night when the house was really quiet.
I know
and
that
I'd just
time.
get in the living room and just pick some real soft stuff and sing. And I got a kind of a rejoicing from that and a regeneration from that. But, you know, like right now, you know, sometimes I think about performers, you know.
Yeah.
You have to kind of get yourself ready,
You do.
you know, and to just kind of jump right in there a lot of times is not basically the thing to do.
Well, we did bring a guitar just in case we could try to talk him into it, because we thought you guys out there might really say, yeah, if he could do it, I could do
Next
it.
time you come to Maui, get together and sing.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you'll feel, boy, this is a place, we do that a lot here, you know, people get together and we just sort of warms up. And you're amazed, just everyone sort of warms up and comes together.
I hear you.
Absolutely.
Makes a lot of music and sings, and we have a lot of wonderful drummers here on the island that play a lot of drums, and
That's beautiful.
I'm going to jump
I
out
have
again.
some good friends that you would like.
Enjoy
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Thanks for meeting.
Why are you jumping out? We were going to cover another topic here, and then I'm going to let these men give you their wonderful advice, but I'll be quiet then, I promise. But we were laughing last night. We're going to see if we can get these guys some breakfast in the morning when they come the next time, because
Bacon and eggs.
yeah, you know, they came and they flew in.
The sweet rolls are a little too much. On a morning before a golf tournament, a man needs some bacon and eggs. And some sausage if possible.
Okay, you got that?
Especially when it's hot and humid.
Well, these guys yesterday, they worked so hard, and they came and beat with the kids the night before, and then they had to get up early in the morning, which was not really early in the morning, especially for them. By the time they got there, it was really like 9 or 10. For us, it was 5 or 6, but for them, it wasn't. And so they were like ready for this nice breakfast, and here they got sweet rolls to play 18 holes of golf.
Well, there was a lot of guys shocked when they got there and saw it was coffee and sweet rolls, because everybody had fixed up their mind for eggs and bacon.
So we just want to make sure that next time they get eggs and bacon.
Well, we thank you very much. It's sweet being here with you. Okay, bye-bye.
So I have a question for you. All right, I'd like each one of you to talk to the guys out here and the gals and the kids, and just whatever advice that you have, whatever special advice that you have to tell them, would you just tell them?
Okay. Are there anyone around?
Yeah, they're right there.
You want me to go get them?
camera.
Oh, in the camera? Oh, yeah. One of the things I like for parents to know, kids are, this day and age now, you just got to listen to them. Parents both parents working nowadays in time, they don't have time to listen to kids. Kids need someone to just sit back and listen to them because they have a lot to tell you. I mean, if you don't have time, then get on your calendar and sit down a date and say, I'm going to spend this 15 minutes with Susie or Jane, or this 15 minutes with Bill, because a lot of times you really don't know where your kids are. I mean, you send them to school, you look around, the kid is on the other side of town, you just don't know what they're doing. So parents, it behooves you to listen to your kids. So that's all I can tell you. Listen to the kids, because the kids, they're our future.
That's really, really important. Thank you for sharing that. You know, I know when my kids were little, my husband and I used to make dates with them because I had 3. And what we found was it didn't work to have all 3 of them together. We would make dates and we would take one of them off someplace, you know, just he and them or me and them, and spend time, because then that way they could talk and be heard, which is just what you're saying. So thank you. Yes.
Well, personally myself, I'm involved with a great many kids at this particular time. I'm working on a mentor program, which actually is the Pros for Youth, which the Alumni Association, Michael Carter and Ron McKinney heads up. I saw an opportunity last year to get involved there at San Rafael High School in the Bay Area. And I'm down there 5 periods a day from 8 o'clock in the morning until 2:45 every afternoon with these kids. And I have them in classes. Their numbers are 4 to 8 per class. Mm-hmm. And just like JD said, listen to what they have to say. And that's what I've been doing. And I have been just as much on a learning curve from those kids' input as they're on a learning curve from what I'm getting them. It's a mutual admiration society, and we gain from each other. And one key point there is these kids are all achievers in one level or another. And for them to reach that next level, all they need is a little bit of encouragement or a little bit of praise. That's all they need. Just let them know when they do something that's worthy of praise, give it to them. And that's just one little minute corner that can really set a kid off on an unbelievable freeway of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Because basically, and I've told the kids, and I've gotten the same input when I was their age, you can do and be anything that you want. It's just a matter of you making the decision to do that. And I've clicked in with those kids on many levels in that fashion. And I see kids that right now that I saw last week that have gained leaps and bounds on reference to getting direction, knowing what they want to do, and putting in the work, knowing the work that they have to put in to get to where they want to be.
Yes.
But the thing is, deep down inside, and there's a lot of key phrases. I mean, you could say to an individual, that was marvelous. One word, marvelous, lets that kids know that, hey, I just did something that was positive. Mr. Johnson praised me for it. And he or she takes that to the next step as they continue their day or into next week. And so we as parents must always remember there's a lot of discipline involved with our kids. They need that too. But they also very, very keenly need a little bit of praise for minute things in and around the house when they do that. And they build off of that. So this younger generation that we have, which is Pros for Youth, NFL alumni, quote-unquote caring for kids, that's basically what it's all about. And as a former athlete myself, I feel obligated to touch bases with as many kids as I can to give that message to. And they always say that if in a group of hundreds, if you touch one kid, if you turn one kid around, your effort is well worth every ounce of energy that you're putting into that. But personally, me, I'm a little bit greedy. I want to touch more than one kid. If I have 100 kids, myself. I want to touch 90 of them. 90. That's how aggressive I am. Let the one go. Absolutely. Because I do in fact believe that if we as grown-ups really have the push and the desire, we can touch multitudes. And that's the way I look at it, because those kids really need us, and we have to be there for them when they need us. So if you parents out there are listening, just remember, give those kids the praise that they like and they need, and they will take the ball from there. Kids are resilient, and they can do so many things. All they need is to have that correct button pushed, and we as parents should be there whenever we need to do that.
I think that is such brilliant wisdom. Thank you so much, Jimmy. That's really very, very important, wonderful wisdom. I think that what you gentlemen have brought, and your beautiful hearts, and the wisdom that you bring, and the caring that you bring, has touched me very, very much. And I've loved playing with you. I've loved laughing with you. And I've loved sharing with you. So I, from Maui, just say thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure being here.
And thank you for joining us. I think Jason's here again.
All right. I jumped in. You know, we're sitting right next to these little huts. This is normally a luau ground, and they have Hawaiian huts. Michael Carter came over, and I was putting something in. Airielle was jumping in. He said, "Oh, only one person in hut." And I thought, hey, we have these here. Michael, I thought you'd say to me, "Hut, hut, you're a football guy." So, but he didn't.
He was thinking about the straw.
That's right. Hut, hut. That's right.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway,
That's really great.
we keep saying it again and again. I know it sounds redundant, but it truly, we appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much.
And I want to say, sometimes when you see your idols like you guys on the screen, you seem very far away and unapproachable, but you're just wonderful human beings, just like us. You know,
That's
you're
right.
people.
Absolutely.
And it is really very rewarding for me to share this kind of time with you. And appreciate it. Hope really when you come back, you're not only welcome on this show and you're welcome at our place, but we'll show you some good spots around that you might not see the first round.
Absolutely. We look forward to it.
And we'll make some music.
Absolutely. We got to do that.
All right. Make a comment.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you've had a wonderful time, because I have. God bless you.
Okay. All right. All right.
What is this for we have a local television show called Mama Presents with the Maui Arts and Music Association.
Our more global name is the Dream Makers Foundation. And our whole goal is to promote arts, music, and culture, to educate people about environmental solutions we can do, and bringing people and things that are from the heart and sharing them with the people. You know, we have probably, what, 2 million tourists here a year? So we're just putting it out, you know, showing a side of Maui that people don't get to see very much. You know, you watch the polished, be nice, the polished promotion tourist channel, they're really doing a slick version of Maui. We're just doing an us version of Maui. Like, we did our own Road to Hana show where we show things up close and take a little time and have fun and that kind of stuff. You know, by the way, I don't know if we've mentioned, I wonder if I'm on screen. This is Mike Caitlin, formerly of the Miami Dolphins, and he'll tell you probably a few other teams as well.
It would probably be a little bit quicker if I told you who I didn't play for. Yeah, went to San Jose State University, and my first experience in the NFL ranks was with the Los Angeles Rams back when Ray Malavasi was the head coach there, and who's now passed on, bless his soul. And they, I happened to be around at a time where everyone was rather large on the offensive line, and so they let me go after about 2 weeks. But I taught school for actually a year, taught 6th grade, and had decided to give it another try. Ended up with the San Diego Chargers for a short time, a year.
Did you play with Michael Carter at all?
No, actually, I was there in 1982. I'm kind of a
different generation of player.
Yeah, a little generation of player. But then I jumped leagues and I played in the USFL. We called it the Useful League for the guys that wanted to, I guess, show their talents and have them brought out rather than, you know, being in the background of the NFL.
Right.
Which was a great league. You know, we had a lot of ex-NFL players in that league. I had a lot of fun in playing in that league. But and then I played 3 years in that league, and then went back and played a few more with the Miami Dolphins. And
what was Don Shula like? Good
he was a
coach?
great guy. Yeah, he knew what it took to win. I think you know, he got kind of a bad rap there at the end. When you're around that long, you know, you're going to get some pot shots taken at you, no matter who you are. I think sometimes the higher up you get, the closer to the door you get too. But he was a good man.
In some ways, I look and I think, you football players are like the children of these coaches. Exactly. So the way that people deal with their kids, you kind of got a feeling, especially maybe if you saw a few different fathers. You saw different techniques and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I had a chance to get yelled at by all the best of them, from Don Coryell through you know, Don Shula, and then I ended up in Cleveland for a year with Marty Schottenheimer, who is another, you know, gosh, I had all the opportunities to play for the good ones. The guy who could yell the loudest though was when I was in the USFL, and that was Frank Cush. He just had a way of doing it to where if you had a bad game and you were going in to watch films, you made sure that you were way in the back of the room.
Oh yeah, he really spotted you, huh?
Yeah, and because his voice could carry all the way back there.
So you've been here on Maui now a couple of days. We sure hope you're going to come back, because there's a lot more to Maui to see. Even though it's very beautiful here in the hotels, I'm sure, like you saw when we were on Friday night with the kids, there are all kinds of kids and people that are very much different than this area. You know, here is a sort of a polished TV version of Maui, but there are real people here. I'm sure you saw that in the kids, huh?
Oh, absolutely. You know, this Maui reminds me a lot of where I hail from right now, Santa Cruz, California. A very laid-back attitude, a great outlook towards life. They stop, they take the time to smell the roses and look around, extend the hand. No one's afraid to come up and introduce themselves, to say hi. Very outgoing people, very into the arts, culture, being at one with the earth, the universe, which is what, you know, my life is kind of all about, which is the main reason I picked where I live right now. Very fortunate enough to live on the ocean, to appreciate marine life. You know, we don't do enough, and it's unfortunate for a lot of people who come out here who for the first time their eyes are open to all this. You know, that that this is available to everybody.
Or their eyes are not.
Right.
You'd be very surprised how many people come to these islands and come to a hotel, and that's all they see.
Yeah. No, I feel very at home here. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to run back to my room and call and have my stuff sent out here.
Oh, yay! I was just telling him earlier that he's a real Maui kind of a person. You know, we had this conversation. So when he came out of the water just now, I said, well, we have a wet dolphin.
I have the gills right here on the side of my neck.
His little gills. That's what I told him when I first met him. I said, well, you look like a dolphin. And he said, see my gills?
Some of my family actually has some artwork hanging in a gallery out here in Lahaina. And her name is Ann Ormsby of California. She's a watercolor artist. And I'm going to go down tonight and check it out. Yeah, I promised her that I would go and look at her art. She lives, my family lives about 5 minutes from me. And so I said, well, you know, I'm going to happen to be there this week when she brought this up. And so, again, that's Ormsby of California. If anybody
well, in fact,
that's O-R-M-S-B-Y.
The fact is, if ever she comes here, we'll be glad to have her on the show and bring her art and share it with the people.
She would love it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be back probably within about a month or two.
Well, you're going to come back and join us, I hope.
Yeah, I'm bringing my kids back out here with me, and I think we're coming back out as a group, the alumni group again in August. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Any excuse there is to come back here, I'll be here. But it's a pleasure, being here and just being so welcome here. The people here, I'll tell you, they've captured my heart. Everyone here has just been nothing but open and friendly. How can you have a bad experience? How can anybody be in a bad mood when they live here?
Isn't that a wonderful thing to hear?
What do you guys think?
So if you're in a bad mood right now, just take a deep breath, open up the door, take a look outside, and I guarantee you everything will be better for you.
Soak in the beauty.
That's right.
That's right.
Jump in the ocean.
That's right. We'll go down the water slide over here next door.
Oh yeah, you went to the water slide.
Got to get that adrenaline going still. You can take the football away, but for me.
So what do you do now for adrenaline? You're a mortgage broker, huh?
Well, I'm a mortgage broker.
And more, I know.
And I run a company out in Watsonville, California, with the agricultural industry. We're very in tune with the ecology out there, recycling, so I work a little bit with that. But the adrenaline rush is always got to be there for me. So I surf, mountain bike. I just went skydiving about 2 weeks ago because I've never done that. All the things I couldn't do when I was playing football that they said,
yeah, don't do that.
You can't do that. I'm doing it all. But I have an 8-year-old and 6-year-old, 2 boys, and so I'm trying to expose them to some things, that are individualized sports that you can get, that adrenaline going and let it all out. It's a good avenue for escape, but there's a lot of, even though you have that adrenaline, you got to find a way to, slow it down too, and that's when just taking a nice walk on the beach out where I live will do it. But that is Santa Cruz, California. We have a great amusement park. I was sent here on behalf of the PR department there in Santa Cruz to recruit some people from Maui over there as well.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing.
I understand there, I've met quite a few people that are from the Santa Cruz area.
Absolutely. Lots
here on the island. So it could almost, we should maybe look into
do an exchange program.
A sister city maybe. And I would be more than happy to volunteer for that position as the liaison for that.
Well, actually.
It sounds like a good position.
Sure. If it meant getting over here more often.
Well, and you're always welcome here. We really mean that.
And I appreciate you having me.
We could do that. In fact, maybe we should. If you'll start at your end and get something started, I'll go here and talk to the mayor and talk to the travel people.
There you go.
That'd be a good thing to do.
And if anyone from Maui wants to come on down, my door's always open. I'm not the greatest cook, but I can microwave anything that doesn't move.
Super nuker.
I know where all the good restaurants are.
Oh, that counts.
But again, thanks for having me.
Our pleasure.
It's just been great being
One quick football joke. It's not that much of a joke. I was standing here earlier, and Michael Carter, I was looking in one of these huts that are here, one of these Hawaiian huts for the luau. And Michael said, oh, not 2 of you in there or something. I looked at the huts and I thought, hut. That's a football player thing. I wonder why I didn't say hut.
It's amazing that 5 people didn't come over and tackle you.
That's right.
But, yeah, the nice thing, football, does carry over into other avenues of your life, even when it's not around. I was telling one of the Raiders a joke, and I don't know if you appreciated it or not, but what do you say to an Oakland Raider in a 3-piece suit? Will the defendant please rise?
Ooh. Ooh.
No,
they love that.
Well, they love that there. they the more
they're
eat
brutal.
that up. But if you have 2 Oakland Raiders in a car, which one of them's driving?
I don't know.
Neither. The cop is.
Ooh. Oh.
Anyway, we might have to edit that out.
No, we don't edit a lot out. That's what people like about our show.
I'm talking about a AFC team here that used to be you know, on the opposite end of the line of scrimmage from me, so I can say those kind of things.
We understand.
And everyone I played with is too old to retaliate right now. So.
Well, listen, on a different note, you know, I know that you have 2 boys that you care about very much and spend a lot of time with, and I know that this is very important to you, these children here, and that's why you're here. So what I would love for you to do is just talk to those beautiful people out there, the parents, the children, who's ever watching, and offer them whatever your special advice is to them, if you would do that.
Oh, sure. Mine's a real, I mean, this would probably take 5 seconds to tell you, even though I'm so long-winded. I'm sure I'll spill it over into more than that. But it's as simple as treating, I feel, what I'm trying to do with my children is treat them not as equals, but as people, and not try to look at them as children, and take the time to listen to what they have to say, because they have very important things to say. We all get caught up in our daily lives and our own routines, and sometimes we don't take the time to listen to our kids, because they will talk to us, they will tell us what's on their mind and what's troubling them if you take the time to stop and lend an ear and not be judgmental. You know, my kids can talk to me about anything. My door is always open. And I know at times as parents we try to come across or give them the point that, you know, you can always tell me anything, but when you don't take time to listen to some of the little subtleties and you lose that trust with your child.
That's right.
You know, if they can't tell you about the little things, why do you know, how could they come to you with the big important things?
Yeah, how do they get there?
But, you know, just giving your kids a hug, telling them that you love them, that you care about them, to slow it all down. Our lives are so fast-paced right now. I have to constantly stay on myself to slow myself down, because I'm still hyperactive like I was when I was playing football. But time is so short with your children. You know, I can remember yesterday when I was changing diapers, and now they're surfing with me, they're mountain biking with me, and it happens overnight.
And now mine are no longer children.
Right. Then you find yourself looking back through the photo album, looking at the videotapes on TV, wondering where all the time went. So spend your time, you know, spend time with your kids. Listen to them, love them, be there for them. Also get involved in what they're doing.
That's very important.
You know, I get involved with what's going on at school, with their friends, find out who their friends are, find out what interests your kids, not what interests you, and drag your kids along with you. But you know, give your kids the opportunity to call the shots, you know. It doesn't mean you have to bend over backwards all the time. It doesn't mean that you have to be a puppet for them, but it's all give and take. It's all give and take. And, you know, I'm not really a great person to give advice, you know, on children, but
I think that's wonderful advice.
But, you know, a lot of it is based off of the love that I have for my kids.
I understand.
They're just such a big part of my life.
I could tell when I talked to you how much you loved your kids and how important they are to you.
Yeah, and I feel bad about being here without them.
Well, so you'll be back in July, you told me, right?
They're coming back.
I told him he should take them camping at Kipahulu.
So if you see a guy out there starving to death, trying to get a fire going or something cooked, come on out and help.
There's no microwaves there. There's no electricity in Kipahulu.
That's right. You might have to go take out. Bring my cellular phone with me. But we can call for a pizza right now.
Yeah, we can do that. Have them deliver it to Kipahulu in July.
Well, actually, we're going into Lahaina tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. We were there, and the group came out in December.
Oh, yeah, you worked over on Kanapali side.
Kanapali, yeah. So
what's going to happen in August here?
You know, a lot of chasing a little white thing around.
More of that, huh?
More of that. More trying to coach these kids up, you know, and just, I really don't know the ins and outs of it yet, but
we'll report it to you as it
We'll be
as
back.
it begins.
we'll be like Arnold. We'll be back.
That's right. Now, I just imagine, you say your advice isn't necessarily good advice. We've interviewed a few people. We're sitting with Jimmy Johnson and J.D. Smith and Michael Carter and all the guys and their advice is the same. As I'm listening to you, I'm thinking, this sure is a common theme. Listening, treating them and telling them you love them and show them respect and supporting them when they do good things. Not being a pushover, but showing them love and support. It seems that so many people have kids and then they sort of are too busy doing other stuff to put the time in that it takes to give those kids the foundation they need to be able to reach out and try to accomplish something in their life. I'm glad to hear that.
That's what it's about. It's all about just loving your brother too.
And each other, yes.
Right. Because none of us we're all as far as the way God views us, we're all the same.
We are.
I have a real hard time even being at events like this that somehow, even though my career is over with, people still have a way of kind of putting you on a little bit of a pedestal, and I don't like being on the pedestal because I'm the same as everyone else. I was fortunate enough to play a game that I was good at, and to not even have to go out in the real world. I mean, I was 30 years old when I got introduced to society, and I go, wow, this is what an eye-opening experience.
Different world.
I'm
Yes.
being judged on my own laurels now and not my accomplishments on the football field. So, and it is eye-opening, and it could be a big shock to a lot of people. So,
Absolutely. And what you have done is that you've taken that position, and it's going to happen because people need people to look up to.
Right.
And especially kids need good role models to look up to. And what I see here is that what you have done is that you've taken that, and you've taken that offer of prestige that the world offers to you and turned it around to give it back to the world.
Right. You gotta
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Great
you
being
very
here.
much. And thank you for joining us. I'm glad you're a wet dolphin.
And the water slide was fun. It was fun.
I haven't tried that. I'll have to get myself on that slide.
I made some friends out there today in the ocean too with the fish, the wide variety of fish you have out
Oh, there's
there.
wonderful fish, and there's turtles too.
I didn't see any turtles.
Oh, there's
I didn't
wonderful
get a chance to-
turtles.
Saw some big toads last night though. I was going for a walk down here, down the walkway with a friend of mine, and she looked down and she goes, "Look, a toad." And I, what? Where in Hawaii? They have toads? This toad was as big as like my head.
They're enormous, aren't they?
And she goes, "Oh, and by the way, I went to reach out to grab. Oh, and by the way, they're poisonous." Oh, okay. Nice toad.
Nice toad. Well, it's been great pleasure sharing with you. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing our island with your presence and your love.
And I want to say thank you to all the people of Maui for extending the warm invitation and the open hand when we got out here. And you folks are fabulous. I do appreciate you all. So if you see me walking the streets anytime tonight, over the course of today, tomorrow morning, please walk up and introduce yourself to me. I'd love to meet you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you for joining us. God bless you.
You guys are, what a job. Can I get a job
Thank
just like
you.
hanging out and talking to people?
This is our free work. We just do this, get a camera from the TV station, and go out and do what we want. Because we're under no one's thumb, we put a show together of things we like.
And we talk about God, and we talk about healing, and we talk about all kinds
Your
of
name?
things.
How's your following right now?
Pretty good.
Actually, pretty good. It's amazing. A lot of people want to be on our show. And there are lots of
Amazes me the people that watch the show.
We're going to have to syndicate.
And
I'm ready,
the
we're
people
ready.
that come here, see what this is, and we laugh because they come here and it is to turn on the television.
Yeah.
So they turn on the television. And what do they get? They get us talking about
So when
healing
does
and
this
talking
air?
about how to treat your kids.
Monday at 6 p.m. and Tuesday at 7 a.m. It used to be on the weekends, and they're going to switch it in the fall. So we're on opposite the 6 o'clock news. We're better news anyway. And 7 in the morning when everyone's up already, looking at the TV, there we're there.
Especially the tourists, because 7 a.m.
Yeah.
here, when they come from the mainland, it's 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, so they're already up.
So
You
they
get a lot
up
of early
early.
risers here, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
get up early, especially when they first get here. And then they're like, what do I do? And they turn on the TV.
Yeah.
But we
that's
also get
great.
local people that watch us. I mean,
Oh, a lot
I've been
local
singing a couple of
people.
times on TV, and it's amazing. People spot me.
It's
Hey,
like we-
fine.
Well, you're not a hard guy to miss, you know?
I'm not?
No.
When we walked into the gymnasium the other night, we started setting up, and all these kids, before you guys came in, but all these kids were like, they know our program, so they're like, I want to be on TV,
Oh, yeah.
Can I talk on TV? They were like doing this whole number before you came in. They talked about how excited they were that you all were
yeah.
coming, and
That's what's so
who
neat.
it was that they wanted to see.
You know the best. I think the best time I had, and you gotta really stay focused sometimes on why you're here. I mean, this is like so enchanting and so overwhelming to be in paradise. Sometimes you can lose grasp of the reason you're here, but what brings it back for me every time, is when we go to those autograph sessions.
Top of the morning, 6 o'clock dawning, we're about to start a beautiful day. Will we go west side? Kind of a long drive, think we're gonna stay right here in Kihei. In Kihei, islands on the ocean, there we will spend our sunny days. Beaches in reach, we're sailing the South Shore, down at the Cove Park, watching the whales. We're poolside with some of our friends at the oasis. The fun never ends. It's the island rhythm this side of Maui. Look at the moonlight shining so bright. In Kihei, islands on the ocean, there we will spend our sunny days. Beaches in reach, we're sailing the South Shore, down at the Cove Park, watching the whales. Blue skies today, blue skies in Kihei. Here comes the trade winds blowing away all of the troubles you're feeling today. Islands on the ocean, there we will spend our sunny days. The beaches in reach, we're sailing the South Shore, down at the Cove Park, watching the whales. Look at the people having a good time. They get the rhythm when they hear Marty Dread. It's the sensation sweeping the nation. Yes, it began right here in Kihei. In Kihei, islands on the ocean, there we will spend